Good morning, everybody. It is March 24th, 2018, 11:27 a.m. Alright, I have you here on the GOES satellite website that we use for our weather forecasting. Now, I want to show you something interesting I spotted in northern Texas, specifically near Pampa, Texas. We see this weird anomaly in the infrared setting for this website. Now, you can see here I'm in shortwave infrared. I've also adjusted the settings so we have some grid lines and we have some points of reference here as far as highways go, because I have some zoomed in view of this. And now as every hour passes, we're losing these frames. So I did a back record and I recorded a lot of this stuff. Now I want you to look at this area right here. See this white dot? I'm going to hit play on this, and I want you to see what this thing does. Now, this is totally different than the cloud cover that we're using this setting for. And the reason I believe that this is some sort of object in the sky, and I put the word or the letters UFO in the thumbnail, is by definition. UFO does not mean alien craft, does not mean extraterrestrial. UFO means unidentified flying object. Now, if this is something that is flying in the sky, that is what it is by definition. Now, there could be a logical explanation to this. I have not yet been able to find one, but I still want to share this with you, which I find is pretty interesting, because in some of the zoomed in versions, you can actually see the light rolling off one side as the sun sets, because this is between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could see the UTC time down here. It begins around 22 hours, 17 minutes, and 26 seconds UTC, and then it begins to fade away around 1:17:26 UTC, which is from the 23rd into about the 24th. I'm assuming that's the time frame for this area of the country. Now, once again, watch this white dot right here. I'm going to hit play. It happens fairly quickly. Here we go. And there it goes like that. So if I backtrack, you could see it starts off as a black dot, which I will show you in previous recordings, because as each frame moves forward, they drop the last frame. And this happened between frames 1 and 26, and by the time I'm recording this now, those frames have since disappeared as they move forward in time, which they usually do. That's a normal occurrence. But if I move this back and forth, you could see that it gives off a little bit of a flashy glare, and then it fades away. Now, I have some videos pulled up that I captured earlier. We're going to take a look at a few of them. Some of them are a little scattered because I didn't get a chance to get in and edit it, but the whole point here is to show you that the zoomed in version shows this as well, and you can actually see sunlight rolling over it as the sun begins to set or rise. Now check this out. Here are those black dots, and there it is right there. I'm going to pause it here. You can see this is a water vapor infrared cloud cover site, so seeing anything this defined is very rare. But let me hit pause here so I can roll it back and forth. You can almost see the light. You can see right here, it's not on screen. You see this black dot here, this black dot here. Those also are moving and different. There's one down here, and one here. As I move forward in the movement, you can see first we see a black dot pop up. There's that frame. And as I move forward, it looks like the sunlight is rolling over top of it. And it is slightly moving as well. It moves from about this area to about here by the end of the frame capture. And there you have it. Then it fades away, and so do these black dots. These black dots also begin to fade away. One seems to jump from one part of Texas to another. These could be shadows, so if this is an object up in the air, it could be casting a shadow down on the ground. One more time, we'll check this part out. And the light rolls over it just like that. You can see the light was first on the left side, and then as we move into a different light source, it moves to the right side of this dot. See that there? And then as we move forward, we don't see much of anything. And then I reset it here in the video, so I'm going to hit play here. You can see it in real time. There it is. Rolls over. Begins to fade away. And then I reset it. And as we move through, you can see nothing else shows up. Alright, so let's go to another capture I took of this. We'll try this one here. This is a cleaner version of it. Right there. Okay, so we can see clearly here, this is another setting. This is the upper level infrared version. So the cloud's a little more dense, but still it shows up on this setting as well. I've never seen anything like this on this cam before. And there it is. The light moves from one end to the other, and then it fades away. I'll back it up again. And there you have it. They begin to fade away. I'll let this roll through. And this is the northern area of Texas, near Pampa, Texas, to be exact. And I was able to pinpoint that due to using the highway settings. You can add in the settings sections of these satellite images to add the highways, as you can see here. Now, also, I did this one. Let's see what this one shows. Right around here is the area. And you can see the white dot, very prominent, very, very visible. And again, this is an infrared satellite. I'll back it up for those of you that missed it, that may be on cell phones or tablets. There it is. And the reason I wanted to capture this quick is because I know these frames they end. So what happens is once we get to frame 200 over here, the next frame would be the 200th frame, and they would drop the last frame. So I wanted to capture this as soon as possible. Now again, you're watching this area right here in Texas. I'm going to hit play. And there you have a quick flash. I want to point that out here. Before the flash that I'm specifically targeting right here, there is one more that has now since been removed because the frames get dropped, is what I'm saying. So let me hit play from here. You see that one flash right there, and then it moves over across Texas. So this thing seems to be moving from west to east across the top area of Texas near the Pampa area, and then moves closer to the border of Texas. Let's watch again very closely. First, you'll see an initial flash. There it is right there. I'll do it one more time. There's the flash. There's the flash. There's the flash. And then it stops, and then there we go again. Another flash. Now, what could this be? Is this maybe a satellite in the sky above Texas that the sunlight is reflecting off of and rolling over? Because you can clearly see in some of these other videos that I took and captured of this, specifically the zoomed in ones, that it looks to be the light is rolling over top of it. It moves from one end of the black dot to the other end. And this only shows up on the infrared versions. When you go to the color charts or anything like that, where the cloud covers are labeled in different moisture densities, you can't make it out. There is one other one you can make it out in, but not in this much of a viewable sense as the other ones. So let me play this again. There you go. And it seems to be like it's something that's rolling, and you see these other black dots popping up in the area and then fading away. So what are we looking at here? This is very interesting. Now I want to take you to the website live. We'll check it out as is right now. You can see right here, this is the area we're looking at, and I matched it up with the highways. That's why in the thumbnail you see two versions of it. It's a split screen, one with just the infrared version, and then one from Google Earth, which I have here. Here is Pampa, Texas. If I back out of here, you can see the border of Texas here. So we're looking basically in this area, and once I zoomed in and matched up these highways, actually let's hit play here one more time. Let me zoom in for you first. Let's get a better view of where we are here. There's the top area of Texas we're going to be looking at. I got to scroll down in order to move this bar over. There we go. Now we'll come back up. Okay, so we're looking right in this area. See this triangle right here of highways? That's the area we're looking at. So I'm going to hit play on the animation bar. We'll bring it back here. Oh, I hate when that happens. Let me zoom out a little more. Sorry about this, guys. It's a little hard with this website because they don't remove this box. You have to have this box here. So keep an eye right in this area, right where this triangle is here. I'll back up, and there it is. You could see how this happens right over where the two pieces of this highway meet, right in this area. And again, it happens between 1822 or 22 hours, 17 minutes, and 26 seconds UTC time. And then as we roll forward, it moves from west to east, just underneath this highway, which would be, we'll zoom in here. Here is that triangle highway, which is, again, right here. So this thing is happening right over the skies near Pampa, Texas, which is right in this area. And we can even zoom in farther and get an idea of the landscape here. So wherever this thing is, it's in this area here, moving west to east over the skies. So what do we have here? We have mountain ranges. I believe there was an airport here. That doesn't seem to be showing up now. Maybe there wasn't an airport, but regardless, a very interesting anomaly caught on this satellite image. I'm not sure what this is, but the reason I thought that this was important is because not only is it just some sort of glitch flash that could be just a malfunction with the website itself, but you can actually see the sunlight rolling over top of it. And here is another recorded version I took. And here, right there, you can see this thing is actually moving. There's movement going on west to east. It begins right here, and then it ends here as the sun passes over it. There's the dot. And then it begins to move. There we go again. And then that's it. Then it fades away. What are we looking at here, guys? And once again, I can't stress this enough. UFO does not mean alien craft. It does not mean extraterrestrial. A lot of people believe that aliens are demons of some sort, so I'm not here to debate that whatsoever. What I'm here to do is to show you that we use these weather charts on a daily basis for our weather forecasting, and sometimes you capture some pretty crazy things on here. It almost looks as if this is the object, and this could be the shadow of it on the ground here. So maybe searching this part of Texas would make more sense. Like if this were the object in question, because you can kind of see they both move in sync with each other from west to east. Let me back up here. And I'll hit play once more time. Just like that. And then you could see all three of these dots fade away. Back it up again. There's one flash, and then there it is, the sun rolling over top of it. That's why I wanted to capture this, because these frames are lost, and then it's hard to go back in the archives. There's the first flash, and also I just noticed a fourth dot up here. So we have 1, 2, then we have the third, and then we have the initial dot that actually refracts light over time as the clouds are moving out of this area. So let's back it up and watch one more time. There's the initial flash. It begins to move to the east, flashes again, and you could see the right half of it is lit up as opposed to the center part of it, right there, center, and then it moves across to the right side and then fades away. So, what are we looking at, ladies and gentlemen? Another very unique clip captured on this website. For those of you that would like to do this stuff yourself, this is weather.cod.edu. And then within that website, you can change to different settings here. Low level water vapor, which we use a lot for our storm searching. We have the visible red. I don't believe it shows up on this one. Let's take a look and see if it does actually. This one does not seem to pick it up. So we are looking more at an infrared type deal. Now also keep in mind we have captured meteors on this as well. Sometimes you can watch these charts and you see a nice streak go across the sky. We actually captured one during hurricane season last year. I believe it was Hurricane Irma we were watching. So the area was in Florida. and you see this streak go right across the top of the hurricane. I believe I have a video if you guys want to go back and check that out. But once again, guys, what are we looking at here? What is this in the skies over Texas near Pampa, to be exact? I don't know. I'm not saying this is some sort of craft. I'm not saying this is anything alien. But we are definitely seeing something here. And the reason I believe it's not some sort of glitch is because it is actually moving from west to east. Right in this area. There it is. There's the flash, and it's moving clearly west to east. And then it begins to fade away. First flash rolls to the right. Let me back it up some more. That initial flash is very important because that frame is now lost. If you were to go to this website right now, you will not see this. And maybe even by the time this video is uploaded, these frames may be gone. So there was that first flash, and there it goes. Flash, 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 flash. And it's clearly moving west to east. So there you have it, guys. I also pulled up, just in case, there have been no reports yet. Sorry about that. This is the current UTC time. This is the Fireball website where people can go on and report seeing fireballs in the sky. I have this set for the state of Texas, 2018. The last reported fireball was actually on the 22nd. Right, okay, so that's not what we're looking at now. It doesn't say exactly where this was seen. Let's look at the event page actually, and we can zoom out and see if this is anywhere near where we're looking. No, it's not. So this is Mayersville, which is much more south than where we're looking. Okay, yeah, so we're not even close to that area. So the last sighting of a fireball or a meteor was down in South Texas, and we are clearly looking at this in North Texas. So that will not do us any good. But again, those of you that want to go check this out, guys, very interesting anomaly captured on the GOES satellite. We've been catching a lot of weird stuff on here lately. Let me fast forward through this one a little bit, and there we go. Let's see if we can watch it on this one too. There's the flash right there, and it's moving. It is moving west to east clearly. What could that possibly be? Now, if anybody down in the comment section wants to go onto Google Earth and do some research about this area, maybe there's some Air Force bases around here or weather equipment. I'm not sure yet. I just wanted to get this video out and show you guys that you can capture some very, very interesting things on these GOES satellite images, and they've actually launched a new GOES satellite for the Weather Channel, which may even bring us more detail, which will be very, very interesting to see. I'm very excited to see what that thing can produce for us. But that is it for now. I will have a weather update later on this afternoon. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Like and sub if you have not already. And what are we looking at here, guys? What do you think it is? Has anyone seen anything like this before? Especially the people of Texas. Anything weird going on? Please leave your comments below, and we'll try to get to the bottom of this. Thank you for your time. Have a great morning. Bye-bye.